Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching the Book of Boba Fett, Season 1, Episode 6, From the Desert. Chapter 6, From the Desert Comes a Stranger. Now, I am loving Boba Fett. The last episode did things to me. It was everything I could possibly have dreamt of in getting like a bonus Mandalorian episode, essentially. I was going into this episode not expecting to really see much of Din Djarin, but then I just watched the previously so that for the reaction I could be ready with the episode, and it started with them talking about Jedi not being able to have attachments and him wanting to go and see Grogu, and so I'm not getting my hopes up on that front, but I'm still like, maybe we'll get more of him, but I do also feel like we'll get back to Boba, and I do really want to get back to Boba and to see what's up there and what's happening. But yes, a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. This is the penultimate episode as well, isn't it? But yeah, let's go.
Know where you are, gentlemen.
Unexpected delights!
If you gentlemen load up your wares and head back to where you came, we can chalk this one up to you guys reading the map wrong.
You're 1 against 3. That's what they're gonna think, right? Or 4.
Think it through.
It's worth more than your town.
Well, then maybe I'll retire.
Do you not want to take the bodies of your fallen friends? We are following him. I still maintain that that ship cannot be a home, and even if he's not going to go around being a bounty hunter, he used to live in his ship. Where is he going? I'm not getting my hopes up that this is where Grogu is, because I don't know how the hell he'd know that. Maybe? Hello, sunshine! I didn't expect to see him. This is going lovely so far. I do feel a bit bad that my favourite parts of the Book of Boba Fett have nothing to do with Boba Fett, but...
Hello, friend. I came to see the kid. Grogu?
Don't tell me we're going to see him right now. Breathe.
Is this where they are?
Oh, he's so desperate.
Is that a bench? How long will I be waiting?
Oh my god!
Is anyone here?
Did he tell them to make him a
Anyone
bench?
alive?
I missed him so much. I'm sorry. I have spent the last week being like, I'm not gonna see him. It's okay, Joy. We're not gonna see him and that's okay. It's okay. But he's trying to focus on his meditation like a good boy. But he really wants the frog. The light of my whole existence right there. He's like, no one will notice. I love him. It's so cool seeing Luke as well. I'm sorry, I know most people are freaking out more about Luke, but I love him. I'm excited to see him, but... Oh my god. He's like, is this heaven? We're learning. I'm okay, I promise. I just feel like internally I wasn't emotionally prepared. Just realized Luke is like, I'm not gonna slow my pace for you, child, but we will walk together. Oh my goodness. Oh my god! Oh my god! Are we gonna see who saved him? No wonder he was so traumatized. This episode is everything!
Didn't expect to see you here. I want to see him.
Oh.
I know you do. Let us take a walk.
They should be together. I hate this stupid no attachments rule. Teach Jedi to have healthy attachments and a healthy understanding of attachments. The real world people do.
And it's my choice to go and see him.
Of course. If that is what you wish. Are you doing this for Grogu? Or are you doing this for yourself?
I just...
They should be together.
Why?
They're so close to each other.
If you were set on it.
I still don't know, like, I want whatever's best for Grogu, and I do understand that if that is training and becoming a Jedi, and if we're totally retconning the sequels, then, like, maybe that is what's best for him, but I don't believe there's a world where him having a connection within Jaren Mandalorian that has saved him and protected him and that he's protected in return, that there could ever be a world where that was wrong, where the connection they shared and that we shared with them would be wrong.
He's right there.
I know. Scrap him and run.
Grogu misses you a great deal. If he sees you, it will only make things more difficult for him.
He's only little. He's had so much taken from him. He deserves to have his dad with him. Ahsoka, you know that the Jedi got a lot of shit wrong, and if they'd done things differently, things could have ended differently. How can my heart be this full and this heavy and this full and this sore at the same time? Does he know that's... How is this Boba Fett? Not a Mandalorian. Is there anything in the moment?
Really? That's all you got?
This is everything though.
You're trying too hard.
Bless
Don't
him. The one thing that I wish is that somehow Mando could learn to communicate with him, because clearly Grogu is able to communicate with other Jedi. That is the one thing that I think for his own sake. You know, like the minute he met Ahsoka, she was like, oh, Grogu, and they had that connection where Mando learned his name. I just wish there was a way he could communicate with him, even if it's not him learning to speak, though he could learn to speak. So if this makes him happy and this is where he needs to be, Luke is a good guy to be with. Oh! If he can't be with Mando, this is a good place. Even if it hurts my heart.
Feel the force all around you.
I just remembered, of course. Oh, that's so precious. Someone pointed out in my overwhelmness of the last episode, I just Grogu's on my screen. No, I had a point to make. The guy that founded the Darksaber was a Jedi and a Mandalorian. The way the Jedi that we know did things isn't the way that they've always done things. There are other ways to be, and Grogu could be both. He could just flourish and be everything he was made to be, and just be the beautiful angel that is the light of my entire existence. And like, when I say that, like, the finale scarred me, it scared me. I was so scared that I wouldn't see him again, and just to see him in a series where I really didn't expect to see him. You know, I was telling myself, if you don't see him until season 4 or 5 of The Mandalorian, that's okay. And he's right there. I don't know how the amount he has touched my soul, there are no words for. Oh! Yeah. I just want him to be happy and to thrive and to never lose the connection he had with Mando. He can have both.
No, that isn't how it works.
No! is learning valuable lessons, my darling angel. You'll learn to jump one way or the other. He jumped and he did a flip!
Good.
Look at him flipping away! God, I'm so proud of him! I didn't expect any of this. I'm so happy for him. Grogu said, I'm done. I want a break. I win. I win.
Wow.
It's more like he's remembering than I'm actually teaching him anything.
Yeah. Sweet angel.
Sometimes the student guides the master.
Mm-hmm. He can have both in his heart.
Sometimes I wonder if his heart is in it.
So much like your father.
Oh. The real man your father was.
Trust your instincts.
And his instincts are that his heart's not in it. And oh, now he needs a nap. Oh.
Will I see you again?
I'm glad Ahsoka seems well. Sorry, I will just need to just hug my Grogu for a while. I warn you that, like, I'm not emotionally stable when it comes to Baby Yoda, and I have not been since I met him. That's a Baby Yoda pod. You can't tell me that's not a Baby Yoda pod.
And let the Pikes move on our territory.
Which is stupid, because it will then be theirs.
This is the Mandalorian Din Djarin.
My love.
I might be able to help with that.
The Marshal? Because we saw him at the beginning of the episode for a reason. I'm not all the way currently in my own body because of how much Grogu I just got when I was really, like, I was kind of trying to not let myself get carried away thinking I might see Grogu for a tiny bit of the episode.
He's new.
Mm-hmm.
Still a bit jumpy. Where's the little guy?
Mm-hmm.
Back with his own folk.
Mm-hmm.
That's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we both lost something we were fond of. As long as I'm here, that's not a problem.
How long will you be here for?
That's what I like about you, Mando. That big smile of yours lets you get away with anything.
There's not our problem, Marshal.
No, but it might be after they hear what I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. Just realised his outfit really reminds me of Merlin's. He just needs a brown coat. What on earth?
I'm not leaving you out here alone.
Get inside.
Listen to him. Or jump in front of any bullets that come his way, both work. It's Cad Bane, right? In person.
Fett is paying you, we'll match.
I was concerned he'd been sent to kill him.
This planet's seen enough violence.
Should have never given up your armor.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. He got one shot, the deputy got multiple. Yeah, like they're healing him, right? He could be alive, right? Maybe. But now it's their fight. Now that's made them want to come and fight, right? Are they working with her? Did they leave the money? Is it a bomb? Or is it money? Is it a bomb? Well, she's not evil, she's just dead. They're making their presence known. Oh. I didn't think I'd be blessed again this episode.
The Mandalorian wanted you to have this.
Oh, he wants it.
Choose only one. If you
small
choose the
to make
armor,
a
you'll return
life-altering
to your
choice.
friend, the Mandalorian. However, you will be giving into attachment to those that you love, and forsaking the way of the Jedi.
The way of the Jedi needs to
But if you
grow up
choose
and
the
change.
lightsaber, you will be the first student. It will take you many years to master the ways
He's
of the
too
Force,
little to make
and
this
you may never
choice.
see the Mandalorian again.
He's just had so much taken from him, he shouldn't have to make a choice like this. I respect Luke for giving him a choice, but... Oh my love. My heart breaks for him both of the ways. If he chooses to go with Mando, I will be so happy. But at the same time, he's giving up who he was, you know, a part of his heritage, a connection to his past, a future that he could have had and would have wanted. But if he chooses to become a Jedi, he is giving up Mando and their connection. And I do not give a shit the people who are like, oh yes, but he's a baby, so when, you know, he won't be very old with Mando. So the amount of time you have with people doesn't matter, the connection is what matters. It still makes me sad that at no point has anybody thought that maybe the fact that the Jedi Order failed could be a reason to look at how they did things and do things slightly differently. I genuinely do not understand how that was one episode. I feel like I lived about 3 lifetimes. I wasn't expecting to see Grogu. I'm so happy. Like, I'm not, like, try not to cry any more than I already have, but like, I didn't think I'd see him again for a while, and then I got hopeful that maybe we'd see him a little bit in The Mandalorian, but then I was like trying to, because, you know, so many times I'm someone that, you may have noticed, gives my heart and soul to the shows that I love, to characters that I love, and when they kill characters that I love, or do something that just write them out or do something like that, it actually hurts me, and it's partly a coping mechanism to deal with the shit in my life. Like, my shows are what bring me happiness, and so when the show is like, you're sad now, it is genuinely hard. Like, when Grogu and the Mandalorian went their separate ways, I genuinely struggled. I'm not, and I don't care, that's who I am, it's who I've always been. For Mando, he went all the way without him, and then Grogu saw the ship and he wanted it, and like, the way Mando was just like, well, I want to see the kid, he's right there, come this way, oh great, he's there, I'm going. But then when she said, is that what's best for him, he truly wanted to do what was best for Grogu, and he just left him. That's a parent, that's a real parent right there. And for Grogu, he's so small to have to make this choice, and in a way I hope Luke gives him some time with the choice, because I know the Force is a little bit more about instincts and everything, and I think Luke's instincts are telling him that maybe Grogu's heart's not here, that his heart's broken, and so he needs to give him a chance. And to be honest, I almost think that the trauma Grogu's been through, the fact that yes, he once had a bright future as a Jedi, yes, he once was training at the temple surrounded by people, I still want to know who saved him. But yes, we have all of that, we know that, but at the end of the day, as a tiny baby, he was ripped from that life. We don't know what he's been through since. He watched these trained Jedi that he'd admired and wanted to be like slaughtered in front of him by people they'd once trusted. I can't imagine, you know, the adult Jedi, how they coped with that, let alone a baby. It might almost be better for him to break free from that a little bit, you know, to not... I know obviously with Luke it is so different. It is, oh, even if he wants to create a school and do Jedi, and ideally, if we are retconning the sequels, then, you know, none of them will, the whole Kylo Ren thing won't happen. I do think Luke wants to do things differently and better, or just the fact that he didn't really have an overly great amount of exposure to the way the Jedi did things before. But I think I really struggle with the whole attachment thing, because obviously Jedi have attachments, but I feel like they could do a different way of dealing with it. And the fact that the guy that made the frickin' Darksaber was both. Why can't Grogu be both? There are examples in history of Jedi stepping in both worlds, of having healthy relationships and roles. But anyway, seeing a glimpse of his memories of that dark day, you know, I also remember when Ahsoka was telling Din about it, and she was saying, like, he remembers the temple, and there's just darkness, and then there's you, and I still can't get over that, like, the trauma he's been through, and then the bright light in his life. I can't lie, I want him to choose the armor, I want him to choose Din Djarin. The fighter has a baby Yoda seat in it. I really want Grogu to make that choice, but I will understand and respect it if he doesn't, if getting a greater grasp on his powers and his legacy and who he is might be what he wants, then that's okay. He's also very small, and I don't think he should have to make the choice right now. I'm having a feeling that maybe we're going to find out what his choice is in the finale of Boba Fett, because it's next week and we have this episode. I reckon the episode isn't going to be all about Grogu again. You know, a good chunk of this episode was, and I wasn't expecting it, and I feel very, I'm like genuinely feeling so anxious right now. I feel sick. I didn't think I'd be facing like this crossroads just so soon. I think if anything, it will potentially happen at the end of the episode. You know, we'll kind of see the fallout, where everyone's going. You know, Luke or Ahsoka will deliver the baby, or we'll see him with a lightsaber training or something. You know, they'll tell us either way. If they make us wait until The Mandalorian, I do need you to know that I will not be okay. That I think it's one of those things that I just need to know. Like, if Grogu's going to stay with the Jedi, if that's what he wants to do, if that's where he feels his place is, then I will support him. I will pray we get a show about Luke's Jedi school, but I will miss him. I will miss him with Mando, because their connection is so important and so special and so valuable to them both. But I will be okay with it. It will take me some time to get to being okay with it, but I will. But I've been in this limbo for so long where it physically hurts me not knowing. So if they make me wait more than a week, please send help my way, because I'll need it. So the rest of the episode, I hope the Marshal's okay. I mean, I think he did get shot, so he could be dead. But at the same time, they looked like they were trying to do some first aid on him, and like the deputy got shot several times, and then he only got shot once, so maybe there's some hope there. He's not like a character that I'm going to cry over the death of, but he's a character that I enjoy. I like having these people that we revisit, you know, that it makes the galaxy feel more real, that we have these ordinary people doing their life, and we keep revisiting them. Also, in a way, the Pikes are idiots, because yeah, they thought they were going to intimidate these people, but if anything, they've just given them a reason to fight them. They've just shown them that, yeah, we are a problem for you, deal with it. I think this could well be the thing that stirs them, at least some of them, to go and join the fight. And yeah, we have some more seasoned fighters, the Pikes are moving in, we are heading towards the decisive, all-out, like, get the fuck off the planet Pikes, and I am intrigued to see what happens with it. It was great to see Ahsoka again, truly wasn't like, this episode was full of people that I was like, I didn't think I'd see you! It was really great to see her again, and I'm really pleased, like, well, maybe I have seen all of her journey, actually, I don't know, I think I've heard people mention that maybe we have seen more of her in, like, the animated shows. But either way, it was really good to see her again and kind of see that she's not as hurt. Like, the last time I saw her was, spoilers for Clone Wars, being expelled, like, from the Jedi Order and all of the trauma of that, and then being like, oh, lol, sorry, you can come back, and her saying no. So if anyone knows the Jedi Order has its mistakes and its things it did not do well, it is Ahsoka, but I love that she was invested enough in Grogu to sort of check on him, I presume, and then that's how she came across Luke. That's Anakin's son. I knew the real Anakin before he lost himself. I knew what he could have been, and I see that in him, and I see what he's trying to do here, and I support it. And she has her worries about it, but I really appreciated seeing her. Seeing Luke was so cool. I know I don't have the same reaction that other people do to seeing Luke Skywalker in this. Now, it's exciting. If he was not with Grogu, it would be like, that would probably be my focus, but he's with Grogu, so you know who's with Grogu? I don't remember. The CGI and everything is really fun, but I think he is a brilliant teacher, and I love getting to see him be a truly good teacher, because all we really saw in the sequels was like, oh yes, he fucked up. He may have been a great teacher, but then he fucked up. And I know a lot of people debate about whether Luke would or wouldn't have done it, and all that kind of thing, and I don't want to get into that, but it was really great to see what a good teacher he is and how, you know, Grogu is in his heart too, because how could he not be? And to see Grogu flourish, to see him learning the different tricks, and if anything, he might be able now to go back and to have more of an understanding of, you know, he's getting those memories back where he knew how to control things, where he was able to assess a threat from a friendly arm wrestling match, where he was able to know who he was. Now, if he leaves, will he lose the Force ability? If he leaves, will he be able to deal with it on his own and just not follow the Jedi code but still have it? I don't understand. I don't remember everything, so if someone can enlighten me on that. If you're still watching, I have just cried about Grogu for like 3 years, so I understand if you're not, but I'm going to carry on. The moment Jin saw him, I'm not okay, and then Grogu saw the ship and he was reaching for it because that's his dad, and then when he was like, this, the Mandalorian gave you this armor, and he was like, I'd like that. Seeing little things like, you know, when he said jump, and he real jumps, but he was learning and did backflips, and then he was done, so in the water you go. I'm so proud of him, seeing how much he's grown with his abilities, and I love the thing Luke said about, if anything, he's remembering. But Luke obviously was helping him to remember. He's giving him the keys to the memories he once had, you know. I want to know everything that my child has been through. I want to be able to hug him. I want to be able to watch him shine. With Mando, preferably. Everyone that meets Mando now is like, oh, where's the little guy? And Mando is like, oh, just stab me in the soul again, why don't you? And I'm being stabbed right there too. I loved seeing Luke. I loved seeing his mentoring relationship with Grogu. I loved what people were like, Grogu will be the first student at the school, and you're like, yeah, but will he? And I think if Luke's instincts are saying maybe his heart's not in this, because I think he made the choice when Luke appeared. But I feel like ever since they met, it had almost been, I'm going to get you to your people, I'm going to get you to your people. And Grogu, maybe even within himself, he knew, I mean, he's very young, but I think while we call him Baby Yoda, he's not as young. I mean, he's older than like a newborn. He's not like a tiny baby. He's toddler age, really. I wonder if he could speak. Like, is his lack of speech due to the trauma he's been through, and that's how he can communicate mentally, or is it his age? But regardless, I think it was almost, no, that's where I'm meant to be, and he knows he has his powers, and he wants to understand them, and he wants to control them, and he doesn't want to. That's what he'd kind of been building towards, and then the reality of not being with his father is different. So like I said, I will be okay in the long run, whichever thing the baby chooses. But if he chooses the lightsaber, it will take me a beat. Now, I myself don't even understand my own feelings on this, because I will be so proud of him and happy for him if he chooses that. At the same time, my soul will die because he's not with his father. And I don't understand the contradiction myself, because I'm not, like, there are things where I'm like, oh, if that character chooses to do X, it goes against everything and I'll hate it. I will not hate the decision. I will think it makes sense in a lot of ways. I think it's a very, you know, it's a hard decision to make, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily the wrong one. But at the same time, and like, if he chooses to be with Mando, I will be so happy. I will cry. I imagine I will definitely be crying inside regardless. But there'll be that small part of me that will be a tiny bit sad for him that he's not going to get to fulfill his Jedi potential. I am a contradiction, but I am not lying when I say that despite Baby Yoda being, like, when I play jackpot games with my friends, my name is Baby Yoda. I have Baby Yoda bed sheets, Baby Yoda calendars, posters, Baby Yoda, multiple Funko Pops, like birthdays and Christmases, I just get more. My entire necklaces, shirts, my whole life is Baby Yoda. Despite that, my beloved Grogu, I have not been able to think too much about season 3, because I'm so stressed that he won't be in it, of The Mandalorian. And right now we are in the Decision Dome. Like I said, I need to know next week. If I don't know next week, can someone put me in a medically induced coma until The Mandalorian season 4 comes out, season 3 comes out, and we find out, please? This episode was fantastic. I feel actually a little bit guilty that the things I'm loving the most about the Book of Boba Fett have basically got nothing to do with Boba Fett. That is not a slight on Boba Fett. I know some critics have not been enjoying it. I have really enjoyed all of the episodes, but I have my long-standing love for The Mandalorian. There is something about that show, about Mando, with Baby Yoda, the connection, that is just everything. So this episode was everything. I genuinely think I'm going to cry a lot while editing. I feel like I actually just want to just go and cry for a while in a dark room. But yeah, this episode was fantastic. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. A lot of crying, I imagine. Whatever you saw in the edited version, I cried more, I imagine, about Baby Yoda. And my Grogu. Thank you for watching.